Burkhardt speaking. I'm here to talk to you about cutting lead times. Is the view worth the climb? I work with Alcione Consulting, who you can see back here in the top right hand corner. This is me. I am an early retiree from DuPont. 30 years ago, I met Eli Goldratt, and he taught me about the theory of constraints, he and many others. And eventually I was certified in all 8 components of TOC. However, I'm most expert in production, project management, finance, and measures. These are the things that interest me and that I like to work with. Using TOC, I have helped factories increase their capacity by 30 to 40% with no investment beyond whatever I was paid. I have cut production lead times by 30% and more. So the view is worth the climb. These are the kind of things that you can realize if you are a $10 million company. In my case, it's just a model, a simulation that I did in Excel. I assumed a $10 million company with with materials cost being about 50% of sales, materials which is also the totally variable cost, and the company had a 5% return on investment at the start of the year. So in the first year that I did this, they would gain around 450,000 euros, which then will continue in the following years with around 200,000, which is added profit due to added sales. The added sales, I assume, due to a 50% lower lead time, is 4%. I did not assume any more. Obviously, if it's more, you'll make more money. So how much would you pay for such results? But what does it take? Well, one thing is you have to decide to do it. You have to explain to your people why the cut, how the cut will be made, and that you have plenty of orders. And you need to explain the part about the plenty of orders because the following is what you're going to do. You're going to stop releasing for half the lead time that you currently have without changing any orders that already have been released. You'll cut your lead times in ERP. In other words, if you have a 10-day lead time noted in your ERP, it will be 5 in the future. And at the end of this half a lead time that you have stopped releasing, you restart releasing, but with the new lead times that you have just put into your ERP. So this might sound a little bit crazy for many of you, but listen to me as we go through these videos. Think about what I have to say, and maybe you'll come to the conclusion that to do this is entirely possible and probably the right thing to do. So these are the topics that we're going to talk about over the next few videos. Starting with lead time and scheduling issues, then the potential you have in terms of reliability, lead time, inventory reduction, and so on, without going into the dollars and cents of it, or euros and cents. Then there will be a couple of implementation stories of people that have done it. Then we'll talk about the cost in terms of euros. You can translate those to dollars. Euros, time, the investment you might have to make, return on investment. Then the important one, why it must work. You probably are still skeptical, but this is the section that you should, if you're interested, you should look at, because what we're going to talk about there is why it must work. Number 7 is software. And the reason that's there is because many companies have so many variables within them in terms of number of customers, number of products, number of orders, etc., that no individual can actually handle all that data and all that information. So software is not unimportant, and you probably need a software that can do what I'm going to suggest in parts 2 to 6. Once you've seen that, you need to start to think about deciding to do it. And one of the things that will help you decide is to go through the opportunity cost, because you probably have several things that you could do. You could do this, cut your lead times with me or on your own, Or you could have some other initiatives that have been proposed which are also extremely valuable. So pick the one that is most valuable for your company, whether it's cut your lead time or something else. Then you make the decision, and subsequently, once you have implemented and have achieved the results that you expected, then you can get into continual improvement and make them even better. So coming soon is lead time problems, which we will talk about next. So here are the contact details. Mine are on the lower right hand side, including my phone number. On the left is Alcione Consulting, with whom I work, their address and their telephone number and fax, and an email where you can get some more info on the company. So thanks very much for listening. Hope you'll be on the next video. See you soon.